everyone. I'm probably absolutely bursting with pride today. As Ashley's dad, it truly means the world to us to have each and every one of you here sharing in this incredible special moment with Ashley and Casey. Thank you so much for celebrating with them. Watching Ashley grow up has been one of life's greatest joys, and occasionally the cause of a few gray hairs. She's always been such a vibrant and determined spirit. She approached everything with an incredible zest for life. And when she took hang gliding, well, let's just say, my heart was always in my throat when she launched herself off a mountain. But that's just Ashley. Soccer has always been a big part of her life too, and it warms my heart to see her and Casey showing the same passion together. That same incredible drive and resilience shown through when she set her sight on the PA school. I saw her tackle countless interviews and challenges across the country, never giving up until she achieved her goal. Her journey truly forged the compassionate, unstoppable woman she is today. She is truly an incredible individual, as I often tell my wife. I always look to spread kindness and positivity. One of my favorite memories with Ashley was our unforgettable father and daughter road trip out west. We drove through Utah, staying Salt Lake Flats, and explored the wonders of Yellowstone, and took on the sights of South Dakota. Those long drives and profound conversations, we truly was priceless, and I cherish them every single moment. From that moment, Ashley brought Casey home. I just knew he was someone special. He was this wonderful, quiet strength, and the genuine desire to make Ashley happy was immediately clear. He's been her rock, her steady anchor, especially through demanding journeys of the PA school and everything that came with it. Knowing he was right there by her side, supporting her through the thick and thin, it gave me an immense peace of mind. Casey, for that, I am certainly grateful. We couldn't ask for a better partner for our daughter. Ashley and Casey, watching you two over the years, it's clear you have mastered the art of complementing each other perfectly. Where one of you might have a gap, the other effortlessly fills it in. Casey's culinary skills are excellent, and Ashley, well, you definitely bring something. You share love for adventure and travel. It is so inspiring and compelling with the best fury companions of Umi and Ochi, the cats, which I call the Hellcats. And of course, the handsome, I call the handsome Benny, the dog. Now, as you embark on this incredible new chapter, if I could offer just one piece of advice, it would be this. Always hold this magic moment today. Remember the deep love and commitment that has brought you to this very moment. Life will undoubtedly throw its curveballs. It always does. And your individual paths may diverge at times, but the constant and unwavering strength of your love for each other will be your anchor. From this forward, you truly are a team, navigating life adventures hand in hand. Every choice, every step you take will now ripple through both of your lives, impacting each other in profound ways, and that you probably do not understand. Think of it like this, that you are both in the same boat. Each one of you have an oar, rowing together towards a shared dream and aspiration. Keep pulling in sync always. Focusing on your ultimate goal, growing old together, and surrounded by a lifetime of incredible memories. That you have built side by side. So please, everyone, take a glass. And to Ashley and Casey, may your journeys together be fulfilled with fair winds and following seas, and endless joy and love that only grows in strength with each passing year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Everyone.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Go. Yeah.
Don't fall in the pool.
A bit more high tech than Carl, but
Oh, yeah.
Careful of the pool, dog.
I need the glasses for the reading. So when Casey and Ashley said destination wedding, I was thinking Italy and Greece are nice in April. And I was definitely a bit sceptical about how many people would be able to attend, coming halfway around the world. So it's great to see that so many travelled so far to celebrate Casey and Ashley's marriage, especially in the current turbulent times that we are passing through. I know I wasn't the only one who had travel challenges. I'd like you all to join me and take a silent moment for those that are not here. To all those we know and love, and all those we knew and still love who would love to be here but are not. To those whose spirits remain with us even though they are not. The absent friends and family who have been a part of Casey's and Ashley's lives. In 1993, I officially became an immigrant. I was fortunate that my migration involved buying an aeroplane ticket and no language difficulties. I didn't have to pay someone and ride a boat in heavy seas or walk for miles to cross a border. I wasn't escaping economic or political turmoil. But like all migrants, you migrate with hope for what comes next. It's a challenge and an adventure. And we make those major life decisions not knowing what opportunities open up and what doors may close behind us. Mina migrated from Okinawa not long after I left London, hopeful for what the future, thousands of miles from her place of birth, would bring. Now, for many of us, the worst thing that happens with a decision like that is you go home. How bad is that? Our lives are a chain of events, choices, decisions, big and small. If you take one of those decisions out of that chain, there's a good chance that everything changes. In the film It's a Wonderful Life, we see examples of what would have happened if George Bailey had died in a childhood accident instead of being saved. How different the lives of those he knew could have been. We wouldn't be here if I hadn't moved from England to New York, or if Nina hadn't moved from Japan. If Lisa hadn't moved to New York, how different would our lives have been these last 30 plus years? Casey migrated about as far as I did, but America is a big enough country that you can fly 6 hours from New York and still be in the same country. Now, if you're going to be on an aeroplane for 6 hours, personally, I think you should be getting off in another country. When Casey had the opportunity to spend a summer coaching kids soccer 3,000 miles from home, he knew the worst thing that would happen, he wouldn't like it, and he wouldn't go do it the following summer. How bad is that? And he loved it, and he went back in subsequent summers. When the opportunity arrived a few years later, he didn't hesitate to accept a job and moved to Los Angeles. It was now a familiar place and a familiar lifestyle. Where would we all be today if Casey didn't love soccer and discover a love for the Californian lifestyle? The world is a lot smaller now than when Mina and I migrated thousands of miles. Because of the internet, the way we can communicate, the way we travel, the multicultural lifestyle choices we all make every day, choices we all make without hesitation, without thinking we just made a choice that in some way embraces another culture. Wherever I am in the world, Casey is never far away. He's got his own alert tone on WhatsApp, and I hear it almost every day. He communicates in multiple ways with his mum, even though they live thousands of miles apart. If I was asked, what advice would you give young parents? Not that anyone ever asks me anything like that. I'd say none of us become parents without first being children. Don't forget, you were a child once. Don't tell your child they're doing something wrong. Show them how to do it right. We're all shaped by learned behaviour. Adults mirror behaviour for children. If you can't be kind, be nice. I believe the best thing we can do for our children is to instill in them the potential to make more good decisions than bad ones. And I'm very pleased to stand here with all of you today, looking at Casey and Ashley, celebrating their marriage. And I think I can safely say, Casey's pretty good at making great decisions. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea, and I've had the honor of knowing Ashley since 4th grade, which means that I've known her for 19 years to accumulate some stories, and just enough self-control today to only share one embarrassing one today. Ashley and I went through elementary, middle, and high school together, and even when life took us up to opposite coasts, I moved to Massachusetts and she stayed in California, we never drifted apart. No matter the distance, we always found our way back to each other, whether if it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just picking up right where we left off. That's who Ashley is, loyal, real, and one of the most trustworthy people you'll ever meet. And also someone who has always done things completely her own way, including at one point, not really believing in hairbrushes. I say that because I've known Ashley long enough to remember a very specific moment in 5th grade. One day, I realized that she didn't really brush her hair. It wasn't just messy, it was fully tangled, like you couldn't run your fingers through it without getting stuck halfway. Therefore, I told her to bring a comb to school the next day, and we spent the entire recess sitting there, untangling her hair and teaching her how to use the comb. And honestly, I like to think that I played a very small role in the woman that she is today, because not only is she marrying the love of her life, she also now knows how to brush her hair. Or at least I think she does. Because I have to be honest, between you and me, I did see a stylist brush her hair today, so I'm not entirely sure she knows how to brush her hair still. Truly, our friendship really took off after that day. We spent countless afternoons at my house, dressing up Barbies, designing dream weddings, and imagining what this moment would look like.
Son.
Yeah. And standing here today, it feels like such a full circle moment because now Ashley is the bride that we always dreamed she would be. And then came Casey. I still remember Ashley calling me during COVID, absolutely glowing, telling me this incredible sushi date that she had with Casey. from that moment, it was so clear that this was different, that this was something special. 2 years later, I visited them, and Casey made us pad thai completely from scratch. Ashley and I hadn't seen each other in years, and he made it so easy for us to just sit, catch up, and enjoy being together, while somehow making sure that everything was taken care of. And in that moment, I saw exactly why Ashley fell in love with him. Casey, the way that you care for Ashley is so evident, not just in what you say, but also in how you speak to her, how you respect her, how you support her, and most importantly, how much you love her. Ashley has always been adventurous, full of energy and life, and you balance her out in the most beautiful way. You ground her while also bringing out a softer, more nurturing side of her that I've loved watching grow through the years. Ashley, you've been one of the most consistent and meaningful people in my life. Through every phase, every distance, every season, you've always been there, and seeing you this happy and this loved means so much to me because you deserve a life like this more than anyone that I know.
We're almost there.
My wish for the both of you is that the love that you imagined all those years ago as a little girl playing with Barbies and dreaming about this day is only the beginning. That the life that the two of you build together is even more beautiful, more meaningful, and more full of love than anything you've ever dreamed of. Everyone, please raise your glasses
Still have your glass.
to Ashley and Casey. Cheers to the happy couple forever.
Cheers! Chelsea, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Woo. What a beautiful friendship. 16 years.
Some people at that table like to call me J-Balls. Over the past 12 years, I've been many things to Casey. Friend, confidant, intramural soccer teammate, and Call of Duty Zombies partner. However, on April 20th, 2024, he bestowed upon me the title of Best Man for his wedding, an honor which I never would have expected when we were younger, but one I'm ecstatic to have as I stand before you all today. When I think of Casey, many words and phrases come to mind. Dedicated, reliable, Star Wars. Definitely Star Wars.
May the Force!
However, there's one that came to mind which I never really thought about until writing the speech. And this is a word that's been repeated time and time again throughout tonight, and so I know it's fitting. And that's passion. One definition of passion, according to ChatGPT, is an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. I want to focus on the enthusiasm aspect of that definition. So I do have a bit of a secret. Most people might not know this about Casey, so sorry in advance. But he is a fan of a small town soccer club known as Liverpool FC. Whether he's shouting in jubilation over the success of Klopp or loudly vocalizing displeasure for Brendan Rodgers, his passion is undeniable and contagious. One of my favorite moments experiencing this passion was watching the 2021 Champions League final. Casey invited me to go to a sports pub in New York City to watch the game live. Now, we're not going to talk about the outcome of that game, but when Liverpool scored a goal during the match, Casey, along with the entire pub, erupted. While I was not much of a soccer fan myself, I couldn't help but join in the roar of the crowd myself as the bar was literally shaking and bottles were crashing to the floor. However, such a hyper-expression moment that I just described isn't the only way passion can be shown. It can also be shown in the seemingly simple and repetitive actions. When I first heard Casey started seeing Ashley, I didn't really think much of it. Two people getting to know each other during COVID. We even joked around about it a bit in the group chat. However, as the weeks and months and years went by, and I continued hearing him talk about her, I started to hear the genuine love and affection that was developing on his end. Now, he wasn't screaming into the void about her like he would about Arne Slot's struggle to score outside of a set piece, but it was the simple, continued conversations, talks about her studies, a concert they saw, a nice dinner that they made together. It was readily apparent to me how through his passion, the genuine love and affection he had developed for Ashley. When he told me he was going to propose, I said, "Congratulations." I meant about time. On that April 20th, 2024, I found myself in California. A trip I had to make under the pretense of having a fake girlfriend, because apparently going to see one of my best friends would have been suspicious. What I thought I saw that day was a man who was experiencing the happiest day of his life. As I look at the beautiful couple today, I might have spoken too soon. To Casey and Ashley, sunshine, wind, rain, no matter the weather, as long as you walk this path together, keep hope and love in your hearts, even through the unknown, and you will never walk alone.
Welcome. I'm gonna go off script for a second. Josh just kind of reminded me of a story over the last couple of days. So, obviously, such a big, life-changing event such as this, people ask you a lot of questions, right? They ask you, what plans do you guys have after the wedding? What plans do you guys have before the wedding? All sorts of stuff. Ashley and I have obviously been together at this point for 6 years, so we kind of had a pretty clear idea of, what we wanted to do and where we wanted to go and why we wanted to, not stay in LA and that sort of thing. But one of the questions that, kind of randomly comes up, especially from people that I don't know very well, is, oh, do you have doubts? And the answer is obviously no. I've never had doubts, I think, from the day that I met Ashley, but it comes up, people ask more questions, again, mostly people outside your circle, and it's funny, we woke up today, Josh and I were sitting having breakfast, and Josh goes,
Is that mine?
"Do you have cold feet?" And I went, "Oh shit, maybe I do." And then I put socks on. All right, well, so that was Gilbert, I'm the funny one, please. It is cold in there, though, if anyone didn't notice. But anyway, if you couldn't already tell, I am a man of few words. All right, but enough of the jokes. It's 100% clear to both of us that we would not be here in some capacity without each and every one of you. The love and gratitude that we have for you is some. Oh, we got the floppy paper. Regardless of how long this speech will go, I don't think we can just put into words how much everyone here means to Ashley and I. And piggybacking off what my dad says, even the people that couldn't be here, we understand how crazy of a journey this is. You guys have all been part of our story in some way, shape, or form, and I wouldn't change any of it for the world. We've heard so many stories already. We can't wait to hear about all the adventures that you guys will go on, that you'll continue to go on. Hopefully you're going somewhere after, or even just for the rest of the night. Time has moved so quickly since I met Ashley, and this is another moment that I wish would last forever. Thank you all for being part of our lives, and thank you for celebrating us tonight.
We're absolutely thrilled that you are all here together in Bali. Everyone, as you said, has traveled so far to celebrate this special day with us, and I'm sure many of you are still adjusting to the time change, and we knew this journey wasn't easy to ask for, and we knew many who wouldn't be able to make it, but we also knew that this here, being together with our cherished family and closest friends, is what would make this moment that much more special. It's crazy to think that each and every one of you entered into our lives at different points. Some obviously from birth, or close to that, those from childhood to college, and some who we've grown close to even with just the past few years. I know we are here to celebrate our love story, but we also want to acknowledge the role that you have all played in that story as well to bring us here to this moment. And Casey knows, but I also do love having my worlds collide and watching our friends and family come together. So I do hope that even though some of you may only know a few faces, or even just one face, that you enjoy the company of everyone here, because this is a special moment. We love all of you, and there will be no other time that we will be together sharing this time on this one night. We also do have a few gifts that we want to share with you as well. You already have it at your tables. There is a gift from Casey's mom, Lisa, who handmade and hand-painted all the little magnets that you have to commemorate today's celebration. And also from Cowdy and the Miyagi family, they've had the origami to have a little bit of Okinawan Japanese tradition for you all. And then also the little gift from us is we found this lovely organization in Bali called the Threads of Life, who support and empower Indonesian women as they preserve the traditional natural dye textiles and weaving. So the little pouches are handmade here and can be used as a coin purse or a card holder. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy the gifts from all of us and both sides of the family.
Cool, and before we get to the toast, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost again. It'll be quick, I promise. But, you know, I think kind of piggybacking off some of what my dad said, and obviously we've heard from other speeches, is like, this doesn't happen often. Like, what we're feeling, what I felt when I woke up today, like, bottle it up. Some of us have to go to work tomorrow. Some of us have to go to work on Monday. Maybe not tomorrow, but like. But anyway, just the feeling that you guys will have tonight, the feeling that, you know, hopefully you'll carry for the rest of the night and the rest of the trip, bottle that up, because there's so much negativity and so many awful things that you can get bogged down with. So have fun tonight. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys all making this insane journey to come here. And let's enjoy it and try and take it and carry it and have fun with it. So now we're going to do a toast. I don't have any bread, so grab a drink. And
Another bad joke.
That's my last day. But before, even one more thing before, I also want to thank Ashley. Without her, would not be here. We would not have done any of this. I probably would not have been to Bali yet. Check that off the list, and you know, timeline next. So I've got 4. Let's see what else I've got written. Thank you, Josh. So yeah, I'd like to vote this toast to all of you. Again, we love you guys. We thank you so much for celebrating with us. So raise a glass and cheers.
Cheers.